Hello students, today in this lecture I will do the derivations, explain the derivations of equation for uniformly accelerated motion. Derivations of equation for uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion means acceleration will be constant. It's clear. Acceleration will be constant. Now in the previous lecture I have told you two expressions for velocity, one expression for velocity, another for acceleration in calculus. In calculus we write velocity equals to d by dt of s. It is clear. And at one place I have written v equals to limit delta t tending to 0, delta s upon delta t. Now what does it mean? What does it mean? Means it is if we take an infinitesimally small time interval means it is close to 0. It is not actually 0, but it is very close to 0. And in that infinitesimally small time interval, a particle is traveling this much distance, delta s upon delta s. In that infinitesimally small time interval, particle is moving delta s distance. It's clear. So what will be its instantaneous velocity? Velocity at that particular moment, that will be given by value of delta s upon delta t. That will be the value of delta s upon delta t. Here it has been found over an infinitesimally small time interval. It's clear. Over an infinitesimally small time interval. It's clear. So in mathematics we write it like this. Limit the same thing. In place of saying that its value over an infinitesimally small time interval, we have written mathematically in this way. Limiting value of this when the time interval is infinitesimally small. Similarly, acceleration, that is the rate of change of velocity, average value of acceleration, you know, delta v upon delta t. Here it is dv upon dt, that is d by dt of velocity. Or in language of calculus, it can be written as here d by dt of s. Limit delta t tending to 0, delta v upon delta t. That we call as dv upon dt. dv upon dt, d by dt of v. It's clear. Means its value when delta t is infinitesimally small, then it becomes, in the language of calculus, it becomes dv upon dt or d by dt of v. It's clear. Now today we will derive the equations for uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated means acceleration is constant. Acceleration is constant, it means there will be equal changes in velocity over the equal intervals of time. There will be equal changes in velocity over the equal intervals of time. That is called the uniformly accelerated motion. It's clear. Now what will be the this velocity time graph for this? So velocity time graph for this will be like here. I am drawing here. It is uniformly accelerated motion. If the graph is slanting straight line, then it will be uniformly accelerated motion. And if the graph is like this, velocity time graph is like this, then it will be uniformly retarded motion. Uniformly retarded motion. We will do the derivations of these equations. And what are the equations that you know? Already you have studied in the class 9th. First equation of motion, it is v equals to u plus at, and all of you remember that these are the equations of uniformly accelerated motion. V equals to u plus at. Second equation is s equals to ut plus half at square. Third equation is v square equals to u square plus 2as. These are the three equations. First equation is v equals to u plus at. Second equation is s equals to ut plus half at square. Third is this. What is u? You know it is the initial velocity. Initial velocity. It's clear. Initial velocity means velocity at time t equals to 0. Velocity at the starting. V is what? Velocity at time t. Velocity at time t. That is known as the final velocity. That is velocity at time t. A is acceleration. Acceleration, which is uniform here. What is s? S is the distance covered in time t. Distance covered in time t. It's clear. So these are the meaning of symbols. U is initial velocity, means velocity at time t equals to 0. V is final velocity, that is the velocity at time t. A is acceleration. S is the distance covered in time t. In class 9th, you have done its derivation by graphical method. Now today I will explain the derivation of these equations by using calculus method. It's clear? Derivations of these equations by calculus method. It's clear? So here you can see derivations of uniformly accelerated motion. Derivation this is derivations of uniformly accelerated motion. Formally accelerated motion. These derivations. So first equation, which is v equals to u plus at. Here we have assumed we will derive this. Here we have assumed, let us consider a particle whose velocity at time t equals to 0 is u. Let us consider a particle. I am writing here, consider a particle whose velocity at t equals to 0 is u. Let it move with a uniform acceleration. A. Here it is moving with a uniform acceleration a. Let its velocity becomes v in time t. That is, at time t equals to t, its velocity becomes v. So see here what will be acceleration? So in language of calculus, we know that acceleration a equals to, that is equals to d by dt of v. D by dt of v. We write in this way, though sometimes we call it as dv upon dt, but the correct thing is d by dt of v. It's clear? It is the time rate of change of velocity. Time rate of change of velocity. It's clear? Our rate of change of velocity with time. So what will you write? dv here, dv equals to a dt. Now on integrating both sides over proper limits. Now what is the meaning of proper limits? Here you will place the left hand side. It is operator is consisting velocity term. It is clear, dv. It will be integrated with respect to velocity. It's clear. Here it will be integrated with respect to time. What are the range of velocity from u to v? From u to v. And what is the range of time? From 0 to t. So see here, integral dv from u to v. And here a is constant that you have taken out, integral dt, and time is 0 to t. Time is 0 to t. When time is 0, velocity is u. When time is t, velocity is v. It's clear? So see here, when you will integrate, so you wait here, let me take another page. Here you can see when integral dv, so as already we know that integral dx equals to x. So in the same way, integral dv will be equal to what? Integral dv will be equal to v. Limit is from u to v equals to a. Integral dt means what? It is t, limit is from 0 to t. Now you substitute the limit. So its value when velocity is v minus its value when velocity is u, that is v minus u. Similarly here it is its value when time is t minus its value when time is 0, that is t minus 0. So it is v minus u equals to at, that is v equals to u plus at. This is the first equation of motion. This is the first equation of motion. It's clear? Now we will do the derivation of the second equation. So you can see here, how will you derive the second equation? So here we have assumed let particle covers distance s in the time t. Second equation, let particle covers distance s in time t. Here the second equation of motion is regarding the distance. It is the regarding distance. So you can see here we know that v equals to ds d by dt of s. V equals to d by dt of s. It is clear? It is d by dt of s. So from here what will you get? You will ds equals to v dt. ds equals to v dt. It is clear? Now see here, what is v? From first equation you know v equals to u plus at. So we can write ds equals to u plus at into dt. Now here you can see ds equals to, you open the bracket and it is u dt plus at dt. Now on integrating over the proper limits, integrating over proper limits. So see here, when you will integrate it over proper limits, then what will be? So you can see, when it will be integrated over the proper limits. So here you will substitute the limit of distance. Here it is integrated with respect to t. So you will put the limit of t. So first you put right like this. Integral ds equals to u is a initial velocity which is constant, so that you can take out integral dt. A is also constant, that also you can take out integral t dt. It's clear. Now here, when time is 0, no distance is covered because it has just started moving. When time is t, what is the distance covered? It is equal to s. It's clear. Now what will be integral x dx? Integral x dx, so as we know that integral x to the power n dx equals to x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Here what is the power? No power means power is 1. So it is equals to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. That is equals to x square upon 2. X square upon 2. It's clear. So in the same way, what will be integral t dt? Integral x dx is x square upon 2. So integral t dt will be t square upon 2. Rest you know. It's clear. So integral ds will be s from 0 to s. It's clear. Now you can see here what will be integral dt. Integral dt is t, limit is from 0 to t, plus a integral t dt is t square upon 2, limit is from 0 to t. So you substitute s minus 0 equals to u, it is t minus 0 plus a, it is t square upon 2 minus, when you will put t equals to 0, it will be 0. So s equals to ut plus half at square. This is the second equation of motion. This is the second equation of motion. It's clear. Now see here. Now we will see the third equation. Third equation is known as velocity displacement equation. Velocity displacement equation. So you can see here third equation of motion. Motion, which is v square equals to u square plus 2as. It's clear. Now see here, how will you do? So as we know that a equals to dv upon dt. Now we will rearrange that up. We will write it as dv upon ds into ds upon dt. Now what is ds upon dt? That you know, that is velocity. Velocity ds upon dt. So it is dv upon ds into v. Now we can write it as a, and here you write v into dv upon ds, or further it can be written as a into ds equals to v into dv. A into ds equals to v into dv. It's clear. Now see here. Now integrating it over required limits. So you can see here. When you will integrate it over required limits, on integrating over required limits. So see here you will integrate with respect to displacement and here with respect to velocity. So it is integral ds, and v the final velocity which is not constant, that may vary, at different timings it will be different. So integral v dv, while the initial velocity is constant. Now what are the limits of velocity from u to v, and here from 0 to s? So see here, now when you will further solve this, it will be equal to integral ds equals to, it is equal to s, limit is from 0 to s. Here integral v dv, just now I have seen that integral x dx is x square by 2. So here integral v dv will be v square upon 2, limit is from u to v. When you will substitute the limit, so it will be s minus 0 equals to, it is v square upon 2 minus u square upon 2, that is equals to v square minus u square upon 2. So as equals to v square minus u square upon 2, or we can write it as 2as equals to v square minus u square, or v square equals to u square plus 2as. This is the third equation of motion. Now I will deduce one more equation in the uniformly accelerated motion. Formula of distance travelled in tth second. What will be the formula of distance travelled in a particular time interval in tth second? It is clear. It is clear. Now what is its meaning? That first you know what is the meaning of distance travelled in tth second. Distance travelled in tth second means at any particular timing what will be the distance travelled. It is clear. Suppose a particle starts moving from point O, and at the different timings it is at these positions A, B, C, here this diagram is arbitrary. At time t equals to 0 it is here, at time t equals to 1 second it is here, at time t equals to 2 second here, at 3 second it is here, at 4 second it is here, at 5 second it is here, and at 6 second it is here. What will be the distance travelled in 6 seconds? In 6 seconds, what will be distance travelled? So it will be from O to F, from OF. But if I ask that distance travelled in 6th second, what will be the distance travelled in 6th second? So that will be from 5 to 6, that is it will be equal to EF. 5 to 6 means you can write it as distance travelled in 6 seconds minus distance travelled in 5 seconds. It's clear? S6 minus S5. And how will you find the distance travelled in time t? That you know S equals to ut plus half at square. This is the distance travelled in time t. Similarly, what is the distance travelled in traveled in fourth second. What is the distance traveled in fourth second? In the fourth second, distance traveled from 3 to 4 second, that is equal to CD. How will you write it as? S4 minus S3. S4 minus S3. So, in the same way, what is distance traveled in Tth second. So, what will be the distance traveled in Tth second? It will be equals to St minus 1. Means distance which particle travels in time t minus distance which it travels in t minus 1 time. It is clear? So, that will be the distance traveled in Tth second. It is clear? That will be the distance traveled in Tth second. You can see here Sth, that is Sth. It's clear? Sth, that is distance traveled in Tth second. Not in t seconds, it is in Tth second. So, what will be equal to this? So, already I have told that it will be equal to St minus 1, means the distance which particle travels in t seconds. So, in uniformly accelerated motion, what is that distance? It is ut plus half at square. What will be in t minus 1 second? It will be ut minus 1 plus 1 by 2 at minus 1 whole square. Now you simplify it. So it is ut plus half at square. When you will open the bracket, sign will be changed. So minus ut plus u. This is 1 by 2 a, and t minus 1 whole square, t square plus 1 minus 2 into t. So see here ut and ut cancel. It will be equal to 1 upon 2 at square plus u. Here when you will open the bracket, so since there is minus sign, here I have done one mistake, you correct it. Here when you will open the bracket, sign will be changed. So here it is not plus sign, this is minus. It is clear? When you will open this bracket, so what will be? Minus 1 upon 2 at square minus 1 upon 2 a and plus 1 upon 2 a into 2 into t. So see here, this and this cancel. So what is the distance traveled in Tth second? That is equals to u minus 1 by 2a and 2 cancel plus at. You can simplify it further. U at minus a by 2. So u a by 2 you can take out common. When you will take out common, it will be 2 into t minus 1. So this is the distance traveled in Tth second. That will be equal to u plus a by 2 into 2t minus 1. It's clear? Now all these formulae will apply only when the motion is uniformly accelerated. When motion is uniform motion means there is no acceleration, then you can put a equals to 0. Then what will be distance traveled in any particular second? That will be equal to the speed. In other cases, what will be? V square will be equal to u square. S will be equal to U into T. S will be equal to U into T, that you can see here. A 0 in uniform motion, so S equals to U into T, that is distance equals to speed into time. So this is all about in this lecture. These pages I will upload in the description box. From there you can download. It's clear? Pages will be there. So I would done these derivations. Now in the next lecture I will do the problems on this motion in straight line, numerical problems and other problems in the motion in straight line. Thank you.